At 12:01 this morning, the federal government shut down. This shutdown was avoidable. This shutdown was unnecessary. This shutdown will directly hurt Maryland and directly hurt Marylanders. And the President of the United States, the chief executive of this country, has a simple responsibility: to run a functioning government, not to shut it down. Well, the idea of running a functioning government, we've seen that the president has failed in that responsibility and has abandoned his duty to the states and his duty to the people.
So these press conferences, I always find them amusing. I'm actually taken to observing the people in the background, but anyway, I'll leave that alone. So we're day 2 into the Democrat shutdown. It is. The Democrats literally are the ones shutting the government down. And just so you know, to catch you up on what's going on, Republicans wanted to pass a clean continuing resolution, meaning they want to just continue to fund the government at current levels. The Democrats in the Senate, specifically Chuck Schumer, are refusing to vote on a clean continuing resolution. And this is ironic, right? Because this guy right there, he actually asked for a clean continuing resolution, that's Johnny O, back in March or whatever. He's like, let's just vote on a clean continuing resolution and then we can negotiate further. Well, that's kind of what's happening right now, but the Democrats are saying, no, we want to extend basically the tax credits for Affordable Care Act subsidies. And honestly, we need to spend some time talking about this. I kind of mentioned it in my last video, but you got to understand what's actually going on here. The Democrats are trying to do things that they could not pass through legislation. They could pass a law, right? They could introduce legislation that says, look, these tax credits that were created in COVID in order to help people with their premiums, they need to be continued. They could introduce that as legislation and have that discussion and debate because they're significant tax subsidies. The reality is that the very existence of the subsidies, which honestly, yeah, they are, with the tax credits expire, they will have a significant impact. They are exposing one of the critical vulnerabilities of the Affordable Care Act, which basically is it's not affordable, right? People cannot pay these premiums without actual being subsidized by the federal government, which is a huge thing that needs to be dealt with legislation. The Democrats know they could never, ever do that. And it's very similar with the discussion with the big, beautiful bill, right? It passed through the Democratic legislative process. The Democrats have no leverage. And so basically what they're trying to do is, because they have no power, they're trying to use the government shutdown to pass things into law that they could never get passed. That's what's happening. And that's why I'm calling it a Democrat shutdown.